What's the worst thing you've ever seen happen at a wedding? My cousin Emma had the kind of big, expensive wedding that gets talked about for years. Country estate, hundreds of guests, string quartet, the whole deal. She and her fiancé Mark had been together for 6 years and everyone thought they were perfect for each other. But there was one thing that always felt off. Mark had this best friend, Claire, who he claimed was like a sister. Emma was never comfortable with her, but she let it go because she trusted him. The wedding day seemed fine at first. Ceremony was beautiful. Emma looked stunning. Everyone was crying. But at the reception, people started noticing Claire a little too much. She showed up in a dress that was basically white, not quite bridal, but close enough to make everyone whisper. She was glued to Mark's side, cutting into conversations, laughing too loudly at his jokes, even dabbing his face with a napkin when he got sweaty on the dance floor. Emma smiled through it, but you could see her jaw tightening. Then came the speeches. Emma's dad gave a sweet, emotional toast. The best man told some funny college stories. And then Claire stood up. No one asked her to speak, but she grabbed the mic anyway. She launched into this rambling speech about how she and Mark had been through everything together, how no one knew him like she did, how she was so proud of him for finally settling down. It got worse. She mentioned a trip to Paris they'd taken, just the two of us last year, and how they stayed up all night talking about what could have been. The whole room froze. Emma's face went pale. Mark tried to pull Claire back to her seat, but she shoved him off and started crying into the mic. I should have been the one up there today. You promised me. Guests were gasping. People were whispering. And Emma just walked out of the hall in silence. Claire had to be dragged out by security while she screamed about how Mark was a liar. Emma didn't come back for an hour. When she did, she looked composed, almost icy. She got back on the mic herself and calmly said, "Thank you all for coming, but the wedding is over." Then she walked to the head table, took off her ring, placed it in front of Mark, and left with her bridesmaids. Half the guests followed her. The rest sat in stunned silence while Mark just buried his face in his hands. The marriage didn't even last the night. Emma filed for an annulment 2 days later. The